Hello, folks. Anyone who's watching, I am going to be talking about something related to Sonic93 again because I wanted to point out that there is one among many accusers who are on the list, who is on the list of Sonic93 victims, which is a fake list. First of all, none of these people were talking about her like up to date to even clarify anything. And some of these people didn't even ask to be up here. This was back in 2020, of course, but still, anybody could have this list. And because I did talk about this person right here, Ghost.EXE, in one of my videos, like just for a short amount of time, because they're a maybe victim, a maybe victim, and this person right here, Valak, I don't know who has it worse up here because you got a question mark. And if anyone has seen your seen Sonic93's Melody Sugar Plum video, Valak was mentioned because he was criticizing Silver the Hedgehog for being out of character in his debut, Sonic 06. How is he a victim of someone criticizing him? And how is Ghost.EXE a victim of Sonic 93? Um, I couldn't tell you. I mean, maybe this video will, because what we're gonna do, you can read this all by yourselves if you care. I'm not gonna read it because you have eyes. You're smart enough to see it. I'm gonna go to the video because I've tried so many times to shorten my recording on this, and the catch what I need to talk about is ridiculous. It's a freaking roller coaster fest for me, at least. Maybe not for you if you watch this video, but what I have right here in front of me is a description that will beg to differ in comparison to what the title is. The title is Everything That I Disagree With Sonic 93, featuring Ghost.EXE. And I read the description. It says, I got contacted by several former fans out of the blue, though I think that you guys are cool and stuff, coming to my job and contacting me via my husband's cell phone was kind of creepy. It is creepy. It's worse than that. It is literally inappropriate. But I appreciate the respectful way you've all approached me about this video. But please refrain from literally showing up to my job. XD for lost media. XD. What? You appreciate the respectful way you were approached by them? How were they respectful if they showed up, after contacting your husband, they showed up to your job and they wanted you to upload this video, to re-upload this video on Sonic 93, especially. Why? How is that respectful to you? And how is it respectful when they're talking about, oh, we want you to re-upload this video on Sonic 93, a lady who has nothing to do with you? Literally, she doesn't. You called her out for the wrongest reasons on Yosuri 1, if I remember correctly, and I do care about Yosuri 1. I'm not gonna jump into it. It's about basically you and other haters literally coming up with stupid shit, Ghosty. And now I lost my train. Oh, here I am. I'm not angry, just puzzled that people still think about this video to this day. But yes, I do indeed have a copy of it. Here's a full upload of it. You act like this is the holy grail of Sonic 93 content. And that you have to cater to your former fans? Former fans? Why? Why even former fans? Again, I respect the way you guys spoke to me. How did they talk to you? But I would respect it more if you respected my privacy. Why even give a shit when they didn't respect you by coming up to you like meet, we want to see more Sonic 93, more Sonic, meet, like freaking anchovy people from the freaking anchovy fish people from SpongeBob. But yeah, whatever. I'm just a small artist who lives in Pennsylvania, trying to live a nice and quiet life. Why are you telling us? Why are you telling everybody like that? Nice and quiet life. Not some old YouTube icon you act like it. It's also kind of odd that people are now contacting me about this video when I plan on making a 3-part series on Leo Convoy and Hopeless Peaches. Like, it ain't just odd, it's ridiculous. Why even do it? You owe them nothing. You could have just moved on. Why do you care? Also, the comment section on this channel is open. I have no idea why none of you who wish to view this video did not start here, XD. I'm gonna look here again after so many freaking times. This right here, something is off. I'm not pointing my fingers at these two comments. It's just something is off, considering that they're 2 months ago, and it's like, hey, like, where are the other comments? You acting like many people want to see this stuff, and then kind of find it wasn't really that many, and they approached you over Sonic93. Why? And okay, so hypothetically speaking, Ghosty, you're coping and trying to deal with what Sonic93 did to you as a maybe victim. I know you're not a victim. I know she has no victims. I'm just saying hypothetically speaking. Because this video also proves how full of shit what you put is. Okay, let's do this. Actually, first, before I even do this, I want to say this. I'm going to timestamp so that way people don't have to like listen to the whole video and just like get through it like in one sitting. No, and then two, I don't want to speak throughout the entire video and like try to call Ghosty out on everything, especially if there's some things that may make sense and all that from what they're saying. But in my description, I'm gonna try to like put other things I'm calling out without having to say it. So here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you one of the longest intros ever. Seriously, it takes 20 seconds.
Hey guys, this is Sonic93 and Amy-chan.
Okay, so already I meant to move this up freaking YouTube. Already there's an issue with that. This is not something that has to do with Sonic93 or Ghost.EXE's quote unquote experience. So the title is misleading. It has Amychan featured in it. But well hey, maybe it's about what Sonic93 said alone, right? Right? No. No.
As if we didn't already know your usernames from that long intro.
This is a rant on a person known on DeviantArt.
Wait, don't you mean DeviantArt?
Akai is a well-known artist on DeviantArt.
DeviantArt.
She makes Sonic have a love at first sight kind of thing with her character.
I'll have to agree with Amychan on this one. Love at first sight is a typical cliche that most movies and TV shows do, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, but there's something wrong with your title. First of all, this isn't everything I disagree with Sonic93 featuring Ghost.EXE. This is everything that I disagree with Sonic93 and Amy-chan and possibly Akai Jane featuring why do you even I still wonder. Why do you have everything that I disagree with Sonic93? You're I, right? When you say I, you're referring to yourself, right? And why are you saying featuring Ghost.EXE? This is you. You could have said everything that I, in parentheses, Ghost.EXE, in parentheses, disagree with Sonic93. This sounds like a very narcissistic title here. It's also a lie. It's not just misleading. You're lying because you were directing it at Sonic93, all because people are like, oh, well, Amy-chan apologized. It's only Sonic93 who needs to apologize for all this crap. It's like, you didn't want to, expose yourself as somebody who wronged Sonic93, and that the whole thing is a lie that they're, throwing at her. You want to keep the hate train rolling without having to say anything. Yeah, you're a fucking coward, Ghosty. Onward.
Now, the main problems with Akai's character is that she just makes her out to be Mary Sue-ish.
Either you are a Mary Sue or you aren't a Mary Sue. Mary Sue-ish is not a phrase.
One thing's for sure, I don't exactly remember your gender. You're either a Gary Stu or a Mary Sue, Ghosty. You fucking are, because you're making this about you, from what I'm seeing, and you're acting like you have to call them out on everything. And then two, why does it matter to you, Mary Sue? Mary Sue. Mary Sue-ish. Okay. Mary Sue-ish doesn't quote unquote exist. Like, did you make up the English language, Ghosty? Did you? You didn't make Sonic93. You didn't make Amychan. You didn't make me. You didn't make yourself. So why does it matter to you? You didn't invent the word Mary Sewage, of course, but they didn't invent it either. Someone else did. So why are you blaming them?
Don't forget that when she's drawing her character paired up with Sonic, almost all of them looks like Amy.
Oh, well, this is a fan creation. It's paired up with Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, it must be Amy.
The main reason why she hates Amy Rose is because Amy's love for Sonic, although she doesn't mind Sonic with other fan characters.
Okay, this is relevant. How?
Whenever she draws her character with Sonic, her character acts just like how Amy Rose would be.
Well, that's debatable, because according to Wikipedia, the most reliable website on the interwebs, and as well as Google, there are 8 different versions of Amy Rose, so, future Archie Comics / Sonic series writer, how exactly does Akai act like Amy?
But to us, Akai's character looks like an older version of Amy Rose. Or she was just drawn in a different style.
Well, Amy, your quills seem to have rearranged themselves on your head, and your ears seem to be a little bit more curvy than pointy, as well as your skin tone. Apparently, you've gone from a light pink to a red ribbon sort of color, and as for your eyes, I mean, those will just stay completely the same.
Okay, so why did you make this video? No. More important, why did you re-upload this? I already know. It's a rhetorical question. I mean, do you know why you did it? Because it just seems like it's more of everything that I comment on regarding Sonic93, Amy-chan, and Akai Jane, featuring myself, me, myself, and I, as in you, yourself, and you, Ghosty.
Although I've been once trying to talk sense with her and make her understand not exactly those words since her English is not the best.
Trust me, she's not the only one with bad English.
And she said her English is not the best. Sonic93 said Akai Jane's English is not the best. She didn't say it was bad, did she? Well, at least right here she didn't. And you are saying, oh, she's not the only one with bad English. It's like, okay, so why are you? Okay, here's the thing: Akai Jane and Sonic93, they both live in foreign countries, and you're saying, oh, bad English. It's like you couldn't just say like, hey, that's unfair to say that Akai Jane's English is or suggest that it's bad or whatever, or say, hey, whatever, by saying like, well, you also live in a foreign country, but you don't want to say that because you don't want to just give it away. So there's that too. But it's like, Ghosty, I'm pretty sure you could have said something that was a lot more appropriate. But at the same time, you're jabbing Sonic93 for whatever reason.
So why make your character act like someone you hate?
For story purposes, of course.
And also, many times she has drawn her character, she always has to make her look so revealing.
I can think of several characters from TV shows, animes, and cartoons who are drawn this way.
Different context.
And by the way, those who doesn't like Amy but on Akai, can you really see Sonic so attached to a person like that when he's supposed to be the free spirit type of person?
Your intro video is Dreams of an Absolution to Sonic 06.
What the fuck?
Smile. Your smile. That's all I need.
Sonic! Sonic! Wait! I can't run that fast.
Don't worry. Just raise your head and run. Have time to worry? Then run.
You know, Ghosty, I'm going to insult myself by saying I'm practically Princess Elise, and you are, I don't even want you to be, no. It ain't what you think. You're basically freaking Sonic, and I'm Elise, who never even asked to be in this scene with you. Because first of all, you got me going in different places with you. If like with these cut-ins especially, you make me dizzy. I could have had motion sickness by now just by looking at your cut-ins. It's like the camera shifts to you. And I don't even know if you put the scene in or if they included it. If Sonic93 and Amy-chan included it. If they did, it's like, still, you made me dizzy from that. Because you have no prompt. Come on.
You know what else that makes her character more Amy Rosa-like? How she portrays her character with Sonic and Shadow together, aka the triangle couple.
Wow, Amy, I didn't know you were in love with Shadow too.
Even when she pairs her character up with Shadow, she still makes Sonic in love with her.
No offense to Akai, but when you make stuff like that with your character, you're making her portrayed to be a slut.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Having a crush on somebody while you're dating somebody makes you a slut.
Different context.
Might as well give up now.
But when someone says this to her, she always denies it, even drawing a picture of her character crying about it while being comforted by Sonic and Shadow.
Which makes her character more of a Mary Sue.
Also in the news, being comforted by two people who show great affection for you also makes you a Mary Sue.
Okay, let me make an example, Ghost.EXE. Let's say, Ghosty, let's say that you talk about how two people don't like Pokemon because apparently they think that Pokemon is just for kids. And then I look at you and I say like, oh, we're not allowed to dislike Pokemon. And it's what I say to you. It's like it's wrong. It's wrong because hey, for me, Pokemon is like a family thing, like a family game or whatever. You know, it's kids who play it, but it's like, oh, it's only for kids. Like, there's nothing adult about it. When you pay attention to the storyline, like if you were to talk about the storyline, Ghosty, I don't know if you're into Pokemon or not. You would talk about even Scarlet and Violet, how things are dark, and then you're like, people act like there's no growth in Pokemon, and there is. And sometimes it depends on our opinion and our experience. You say something like that, and I'm like, oh, Ghosty can't handle people disliking a Pokemon game that was in fact aimed for kids because hey, I mean, kids play video games, right? And it's like you would tell me yourself, Ghosty, like, no, Munchkin Adversary, you're wrong. It goes beyond that. And plus, I wasn't saying, people they act like, um, Pokemon's just for kids. And when kids have a right to play it. No, it goes beyond that context. You are just literally doing what my hypothetical self is doing. You are ignoring the actual context of what they're saying and why, and making it so overly simplified.
Another thing we have a problem with is her fans. They are always saying that her character is beautiful, that she's way better than Amy Rose, that Sonic loves her, and so on.
Basically, they're like a rip-off better than the original character.
Damn, Sonic93, put that gun away. You are taking shots in the dark. A lot of people prefer fan-created things over the source material.
She has more fans than haters.
You're right. Everyone, quickly storm Akai's page. Leave her hate comments.
Also, the fans seem to accept or like Akai, whatever she's doing.
Fans liking an artist? You're right. Who in their right mind would do that?
Like recently, she's been saying that she doesn't like Sonata anymore and said that she wasn't going to continue the Sonic the Vampire comic. Then, not too long ago, she said she's going to continue it just because of not going to leave the comic unfinished, and she still says she hates Sonata.
Sister girl don't want to leave anything unfinished.
Also, Akai, Sonic, and Shadow had the same child. Some people said it was weird, but overly, they liked the picture.
They didn't even bother asking how would it be possible for a child to have two fathers with one mother.
Well, I mean, these are fictional hedgehogs we're talking about.
Okay, so again, if I haven't said it already, what does this have to do with Sonic93? This is Sonic93 and Amy-chan's video. Yeah, someone will probably be like, oh, well, Amychan disowned these videos. Amychan is in the fucking video. Akai Jane is featured in the video. This isn't about Sonic93. No, it isn't. You're opening old wounds when, first of all, Sonic93 and Amychan got a truce going on. Do they want to remember this? If one of them's like, oh, I don't care, it's like, oh, whatever, but still, there are people that can very well use this to weaponize other folks to go after Amychan or Akai Jane or Sonic93. You probably say, oh, Sonic93's got what's coming. No, that's one of the issues. You use Sonic93 as some type of quote unquote marketing strategy to have people come at her and ignore why you really showed the video. Wow. You are a fucking coward.
We don't like with things she does at Divine Arts.
Deviant art.
But this is our opinion towards Akai, and we thank you guys for watching this.
Oh, well, that wasn't so bad. For a second there, I thought there was going to be like a, oh, shoot me now.
No. Really.
Hey guys, this is Sonic93. Me and Amychan are making an update to our previous rant, which is about Akai Dahlia.
Wait, you mean Dahlia? As in the flower,
Why do you fucking care?
Dahlia.
And no, she means Dahlia Hawthorne from Ace Attorney.
Really, Akai? You really think Shadow and Sonic would do something like that?
Sonic? Nah. But Shadow.
She said Sonic, Akai, Shadow, and Amy.
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
For me, Sanai, Shaddai, and Sunshine will always exist.
Well, that's a very nice ship you have, but I have one of my own.
Yeah, for some reason, she thinks it's so necessary to show her hate for Sanami or Amy.
I see no problem in this. I, for one, dislike the Elsa and Jack Frost ship. Ice King is a more probable match for her.
Here's another problem with Akai. She acts like she doesn't care what people think or will think of her.
I don't care what people think about me. I'm completely happy with the decisions I've made in life.
Are you? Aside from my random Dahlia Hawthorne reference, with Ace Attorney, if you know what that is, you're so happy that you either are telling the truth about this narrative right here, to the point that you basically enable people to pressure you to re-upload this video because you couldn't say no, or you made a little backstory for yourself. Which one is it? Because you do care about how people think of you. You want people to notice you. You care about being in this video to keep talking about yourself, or rather, having yourself talk about them and having so much screen time.
And if you say something to her, like, your character is a ripoff, or I've lost respect for you, for example, she always says the same two things. Those being your opinion, or it's your choice.
That's a great way to start off a conversation. Hi, your character sucks. It's a ripoff.
And the pictures of dark pink colors of the flower Dahlia.
Alright, kids, today we're going to learn how to pronounce the word Dahlia. Say it with me. Dahlia.
Principal Ghosty, I don't know how to pronounce anything. And my teachers, they tell me I don't know how to pronounce Ghost.EXE. Is that a real thing, Ghost.EXE? Because I never heard of Ghost.EXE before. Is it real? It is now, and I don't have an issue with you being called Ghost.EXE, but that's my point. She says Dahlia, you say Dahlia, it's like, oh, it's a little sting somewhere. It's like, I can't stand how Sonic93 keeps saying Dahlia, because it's not the correct way. It's wrong. Like, if you've seen Two Stupid Dogs, any of you see Two Stupid Dogs, where this one guy is like, oh, ain't that cute, but it's wrong! That's you, Ghosty, really. It's all wrong. That you got to keep correcting to the point that you don't even bother looking at your mistake right here. Nice and quiet light. Supposed to be a D right there. I don't have an issue with you making typos. I make typos, Ghosty. I don't have perfect English either. So what is the problem? We're human beings. May as well roboticize us. If you were a version of Robotnik, that is.
Kind of refused to say her reason for her hate for Amy Rose, but once she does, it's just the same reasons of other people think of her.
Wait, but you just said she never says her reasons for hating Amy Rose. I'm confused.
You do realize that she's fictional, right?
Fictional? What? This is bullshit. I'm leaving this fandom. Bye, guys.
As you can see, it still doesn't make any sense, since she said nothing in her artist comment.
My art teachers always told me that a picture's worth 1,000 words. I guess it's not.
Because Akai's just a fan character, not to mention a ripoff.
Well, yeah, she's a fan character.
Reaction, slut. I've never seen a picture of...
Oh, the fucking phone. I keep forgetting to say something about that. Don't even know what she's saying. Are you talking about yourself or are you talking about Sonic93?
Yeah, she's a fan character.
Reaction, slut. I've never seen a picture of her character.
Uh, like, like, what? I heard her. If you're talking about what she's saying and you're saying she doesn't know what she's saying, like, I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter.
Without her nipples sticking out.
No nipples, no nipples, no nipples, no nipples.
Ah, freeze, Speedy. Okay. I'm going to go back and I'm going to slow it down.
I've never seen a picture of her character without her nipples sticking out.
All right, here we go. Oh, no, come on. Ignore that, please. Or don't.
Yeah.
No.
Ah! Ghosty, what the heck with your roller coaster fest? All right.
Yeah.
It's like trying to catch a shiny Pokemon that is a Roadrunner that moves so fast you only catch a glimpse of them when you are starting to battle with them. And you're like, I didn't even get a chance to send my Pokemon out and battle them and weaken them. But hey, this that right there.
No.
You can kind of see it poking out right there. There's the watermark kind of blocking it.
No nipples, no nipples.
Kind of reminds me of Joe Schumacher's Batman design, the costume and stuff. Rest in peace, Joe. Really amazing guy from what I heard. But this, it's there. It's poking out right there, that tip right there.
No nipples.
Right here, if you zoom in. And Ghosty, if you're saying, oh, her nips are not exposed, they're not shown. They're not shown. It's like, no, that's not what they're talking about. Sonic93 and Amy-chan are basically saying they are they are pressed through the top. They're pressing through. They're basically poking out in some form. So basically the shape of her nips are exposed. The shape. You are taking things so literally, way too literally.
No nipples.
Oh, I almost forgot. The fuck.
Yeah,
Especially there.
just saying, Akai. That's what a bra is for.
No, bras are used to support the breast. I'm pretty sure bras are not used to hide nipples.
First of all, Ghosty, what is your gender? If you're non-binary or you're male like me, you have no right to fucking say that. Considering these are two women who are giving their criticism towards the art of another woman. If you're transgender, you don't really get a free pass to say it all just because you're trans. It really depends on like if you really are trans and if you have experienced wearing a bra. It really depends because these are cisgender women. No offense to people who are trans because first of all, I have respect for LGBTQ. Second of all, this isn't about LGBTQ. This is about these two ladies who happen to wear bras versus you if you don't wear a bra. If you're not female, if you're not intersex, if you have never experienced wearing a bra, Ghosty, bottom line, you have no fucking right to say that to a transgender woman or a cisgender woman because you are a fucking hypocrite who acts like you know everything. Why do I say that? Because you have just been slamming them, not slamming them. You've just been nitpicking throughout the whole video. This has nothing to do with Sonic93. And then you get to the point where you are criticizing women? What they said about Akai Jane's character in terms of wearing a bra? What? So, okay, even someone like me, I would not have a right to say, "Oh, I'm pretty sure they're worn to support the chest area." In response, because it's like I know what Sonic93 and Akai Jane are talking about. I mean, not Akai Jane, Amychan. You're taking it so literal to the point that you're missing the context that, oh, like, hey, being a little snarky, or whatever. But just saying, of course, like, hey, the benefits of wearing a bra is to cover yourself up too, right? Ghosty, us guys, regardless of what gender you are or what you consider yourself to be, us guys, me and other men, we wear stuff to cover something below. Not just for the sake of, not only for the sake of support, but that way people don't have to see it. You see what I'm saying? You see everything as one thing. A lot of us, including myself and Amychan and Sonic93, we see things abstractly. You're one-sided, Ghosty. At least going by this video. And again, what the fuck does this have to do with Sonic93?
Hello, green eyes, dark pink color, still pink nonetheless.
Actually, Akai is a ribbon red color. Ribbon red is a shade of red. I guess pink is considered a shade of red too. But still.
Dahlia means a kind of flower, right?
Actually, the word Dahlia is a common female name in Hebrew. However, the name Dahlia can also be associated with the flower Dahlia, which is a red type of flower. And also, Dahlia is the goddess of faith in Lithuanian mythology.
But Akai, dahlias can come in different colors, so why did you choose that one?
Yeah, Kai, why didn't you choose a color that you dislike instead of a color that you like?
Almost all of her Ink Bunny pictures are just Sonic having his way with Akai. If it's not that, then it's just Akai being completely naked for no reason.
Wait, you're trying to make an argument off of Ink Bunny? Ink Bunny?
And their kid, you won't believe what his name is.
Sonai!
A lot of parents take syllables from both of their names to make a name for their child. This is nothing new.
Lamest of the lamest name for a fan kid ever.
Definitely the worst name I've ever heard for a fan kid.
You know, Ghosty, if I had to play devil's advocate, first of all, what you said is beside the point. They're roasting her. You know what a roast is, right? Because you keep trying to roast both of them. And then there was some type of constructive criticism you gave towards Akai. I don't remember. But my thing is, putting aside what you said, if I had to do some defending, oh my goodness, Akai Jane coming up with Sanai. What if that was a coping mechanism? What if she likes Sanai because she likes Sonic and her fan character so much that whatever she's going through, it reminds her of the positives. The name, that is. I'm just saying that as an example. I'm not saying she is. I'm not saying I think it. I don't know. But what I said versus you saying, oh, parents come up with names like that, or it's like that is beside the point.
In her comic, she gave Sonic this typical woman personality.
The phrase you're looking for is uke, see Yahweh for explanation.
This is our second update of the Akai Dahlia rant.
Dahlia! At this point, I think she's just trolling.
And also, you want
Oh, she's trolling. I thought she had bad English. For someone who lives in Sweden, even though depending on who you are and how you were raised, you could very well speak great English, regardless. It depends. It really depends. No one is perfect. And I gotta take it back a little because you have a freaking shit fest of roller coaster scenes.
And also, you're one of the most famous Sonic artists on Divine Art, mainly because of your Sonata comic.
Let's have a drinking contest. Every time you hear Dahlia or Divine Art, take a drink.
Yeah, no.
Dark pink has no meaning. It's still pink.
There's no such thing as the color dark pink. There are darker shades of pink, but there is no color named dark pink. And by the way, Akai is not dark pink. Akai is ribbon red.
Oh my goodness. So hey folks, there's no dark pink. So if I see something that's dark pink, I gotta call it ribbon red. So what if it's a darker shade of pink? Ribbon red? But what if there's a pink that's slightly darker? I could say a darker pink, right? But Ghosty, fun fact. So when I played Mario Kart 8, like at some time, like years back, whatever, I found out about Pink Gold Peach. So pink gold, huh? That's a color, right? Pink gold peach, right? Yeah. Honestly, does it fucking matter? You did not create the English language.
To mention, Akai's back is shown just like Amy's.
That's another unfair argument you're making. Several other female Mobian characters back show. Look at Rouge.
Is there any reason why she still has some fans that worship her?
That is very offensive to us who practice Akaianism.
Oh,
She
God.
sometimes does that and doesn't accept faces as gifts.
I wouldn't accept something that somebody drew over as well. That's like giving me a used toaster for my birthday.
Journals, journals, journals.
Girls, 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 and...
Boys, 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 like boys in cars. Boys, 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 ice drinks and bars.
Yeah, this video is about you. Oh my goodness, what the hell? It's my boy named Ghosty! It's about you. Oh my goodness, I messed up. It's all about you now! I tried, SpongeBob reference, but yeah, it sucked. No, I just... You know, I want to say this. I forgot that I'm watching this to see why exactly you call it everything that I disagree with Sonic93 because you made it about yourself like mainly every other fucking accuser in the Sonic93 thing. Not only that, aren't you supposed to be a victim? Maybe? Is that what they put? Maybe? And you re-upload this video. For what? Your former fans who creepily came to your job, creepily contacted your husband. Oh, no problem there, right? No, they're just so harmless, right, Ghosty? No.
What does your popularity have to do with your character not being a slut?
Well, a lot of people accuse celebrities of being sluts. Hell, even people who've never met them accuse them of being sluts.
I'm gonna leave the Viner because of him.
Also, around that time you said you were gonna leave the Vineyard.
Your character can't be together with two guys.
Actually, your character can, as long as you establish reasons for it. There's no
Context,
rule
man.
saying that your character can or cannot be shipped with two people.
And don't say, I can do whatever I want, because the whatever I want argument made people even call your character slut when you basically portrayed her like that.
Wait, so I can't draw whatever I want because my character will be considered a slut if I do? Well...
I have not seen one picture of her where parts of her body aren't revealing or sticking out.
Safe for work, safe for work, safe for work!
Sonic is this free-spirited person who is heroic, have somewhat cocky attitude, brave. She made her character sad because she wanted someone in her life, and she wished that someone would knock her door and change her life. And obviously, since Sonic's so obsessed with her at the very first sight, he knocked at the door and she acted all terrified the next minute.
Okay, come on. I'd be terrified too if I'm just sitting at home alone in the middle of the woods and somebody just knocks at my door.
So, if he wants blood from other people, he bites them. But if he ever wants his own blood, he uses a knife to cut himself. Yeah, I'm pretty sure vampires don't work like that.
I'm gonna give Akai a pass on this one because I think she's trying to create her own universe in which vampires can suck their own blood.
I mean, I could hypothetically see it as such. You know, as someone trying to create their own universe, what if Akai were trying to create her own universe with things and just want to be a little more original or whatever, hypothetically speaking, all of that. But why aren't you hypothetically speaking on the behalf of Sonic93 and Amy-chan at the same time you are for Akai? You're basically one-siding. You're not even considering their perspective. You're only considering the perspective of Akai Jane, with the exception of only probably agreeing with Amy once back in the beginning. But you are just shielding, deflecting, and it's like correcting. Like, how are you not in a fighting game with that particular move set?
But she should have stated that before she actually started drawing the comic that this would take place in an alternate universe.
Because in her character's profile,
That's
it says
fair.
nothing about her parents being dead.
True, but I believe at the time that this video was posted, she didn't state that her parents were alive either.
Well, guess what? They kissed!
Highly unnecessary sound clip. This is coming from a guy who uses highly unnecessary sound clips.
The title
Why in the. Okay. I'm just gonna continue watching.
says this is just part one of our personal thoughts of Akai.
Wait, what? I thought the first video was part one of your thoughts.
We hope you liked or liked it.
What? That's not even clever. That's what? Oh, for the love of...
And yells, "I want to get out!" But then she looks at Sonic with an angry face, runs towards to him, and Sonic looked like he didn't know what to do, and looked cowardly again. And when Akai approaches to him, guess what she does next?
Well, she brutally beats him.
Yeah, isn't this what you guys wanted? Huh? Right?
Seriously, violently punches him until he bleeds, and he doesn't even bother to defend himself. Akai doesn't get hit once, not even a scratch, and she beat him with only 2 punches.
Watch out, One Punch Man. There's a new sheriff in town. 2-punch Akai Dahlia.
And now, not too long ago, she removed the whole scene completely from the story and replaced it with her character having a nightmare about being pregnant by him.
Well, yeah, it's rape. And, you know, I would remove something like that too.
And vampires do not work that way.
Again, I'm gonna give Akai a pass on this because she might have been trying to establish her own universe.
What makes this comic worse is that there's so many scenes that makes less sense more or less.
What? Sonic93, what are you on? If so, can you share?
Why would you risk your life so bad, not to mention you're a vampire and she can expose you to the vampire hunters, for someone you don't even know?
Well, maybe Akai thinks that that's the moral thing to do. Heck, I would risk my life to save somebody that I didn't know.
Why is it that there are scene skips?
Well, you're reading a comic. There's nothing but scene skips in comics.
Now, Akai fans, before you're trying to start defending your queen,
According to Akai's profile, she's a princess.
That was supposed to be a roast, I'm pretty sure, on their behalf. They were not being literal in terms of how she sees herself, but rather how they view her based upon how Akai looks in their perspective.
Thank you.
Convergence of Fate.
Convergence.
What the title basically says, two things coming closer to each other because it was meant to be.
Faith means complete and total trust of someone or something. Convergence means to come together or combine. A better translation for this title would be, we think that we are meant to be.
Akai realizes Sonic's true colors.
I don't know if that was an intentional or unintentional pun to Sonic colors.
You said that your character's afraid of heights, but you have not shown it at all in the comic.
I believe that at this point that the video was made, that the comic was still ongoing. So you can't really say it's not in there yet. Dreams of an Absolution is actually one of my favorite songs, but hearing this song play over and over and over at the intro of each and every one of Sonic93's videos, it's starting to kill my love for it.
Second up,
Oh my goodness. Let me do this. So in other words, I was watching Ghost.EXE video and I'm mourning over the lost soul of my own self because my ego is deflating. I decided to get some chicken nuggets, ran out of barbecue sauce while watching Ghost.EXE's video, and I can't just say it out loud, but maybe I can. I think this roller coaster ride is degrading my conscience. And when I lose my dumplings, my cheese doodles and everything, all the stuff that tastes so good, I'm gonna have to resort to going to Cracker Barrel because I know of no other restaurant to go to. I can never eat again while watching a YouTube video, especially when it comes to Ghost.EXE, when I don't have to waste my time. Ghost.EXE is not affecting my health, but I'm pretending that he is because or she, they, whoever, because I'm just really doing a bad job of mocking myself. Just really saying that's kind of how you sound, Ghost.EXE, except I'm making fun of myself as if you are literally destroying me when you're not doing a damn thing to me like that. The only thing you're doing to me, you have me concerned about you. That's it.
Of Akai Dahlia rant with other words, Empreg.
Well, I mean, this is DeviantArt we're talking about. DeviantArt.
Both of them are official characters, so you wouldn't take it too seriously when you make them out of character, because at least you know that's not the real character's personalities.
Wait, so you're telling me it's okay if you have two official characters who are shipped together to act out of character, but it's not okay for an official character and a non-official character who are shipped together to act out of character?
So let's get to the topic of Amy Rose, shall we?
We've been talking about the comparison of Akai and Amy since video 1.
Who are you again? We've been you. I know what you mean, but at the same time, you're floating around like you've been there the whole time in a very odd way.
The next few seconds of this video are just a series of images of Akai next to Amy. I guess they're trying to show that Amy looks highly similar to Akai. Just look at these poses side by side. But really, in all honesty, I see no similarities whatsoever.
Let's stop right there. The eyes? Probably this looks like a grown up version of her lock or like hair. Probably doesn't count. I don't know, but the face is there. The eyelashes. I'm not saying this is a rip. I'm saying that Akai Jane and Amy Rose do look similar. If they didn't look similar, if you're saying, oh, you don't see any similarities, aren't you forgetting that Akai Dahlia is based on Amy Rose? Wow, contradiction much.
And this next segment also just plays Jeopardy music while showing the images. That's about it. There's no talking. There's just Jeopardy music, recolors, and that's about it.
So, is it because YouTube would have given you a copyright strike for playing the Japanese music, or you just felt the need to just let us know, like, hey, for your own good, I'm just gonna give you a freebie by saying, yeah, hey, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't waste your time, because that's what a lot of you accusers did when it came to Sonic93 and other people you picked on. You just said, oh, there's nothing here. Just move on and see all the great stuff I have to say. I have to say, you Ghosty, as in you. You make it all about yourselves to the point that if I was telling you, there's a Naruto movie or a Marvel movie that has a special scene involving the Incredible Hulk eating at Denny's, you don't have to see it though because it's not worth it because Nick Fury is handing out pancakes. Turns out there's no such scene at all. It's actually the Incredible Hulk fighting against an alternate version of his Grey Hulk ego.
Gifts people have done for Akai. They've taken pictures from the Sonic X show and even on some people's fan art and divine art just to recolor Amy Rose to her character.
To be fair, Amy is the only female hedgehog presented so far in the Sonic X series. I could be wrong and there could be some other female hedgehog, but what I've seen so far is just Amy, so that's an unfair argument.
Also, why are they only recoloring Amy?
Once again, Amy is the only female hedgehog presented in the Sonic X series, so I would understand if somebody who's doing a recolor wanted to use Amy as a base for Akai because she's the only female hedgehog in the series.
Fiction or not, still better than you, and that's sad, really. And you still have the proofs of divine art.
99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer.
And 99 more to go, depending on how far into the future you go with this, Ghosty. And yeah.
Don't be a coward and blaming other people for your reputation.
Okay, she said coward. How is the way she said coward though? Really, Ghosty? You put that there? Wow. Because what? She doesn't speak English the way she quote unquote should when she's also in a foreign country. And even if she wasn't, she's not you, she's not me. It doesn't matter.
You started all this mess. You're the only one who can end this. You're 23 years old. Act like one.
Age does not determine your maturity. You determine your maturity.
Actually, it goes beyond that. While age really is a number, it really is. there are boundaries that are set, even when it comes to how we view ourselves. Like, let's say Ghosty, if I was like 45 years old and I'm like, hey, I'm 4 years old. Give me a pickle. Give me a nickel. Give me some cookies. And then I start going like, I know I'm 55 years old or 45 years old, but you better treat me like a kid because I determined that I'm 4 years old. The way you say it, I could take it out of context, and if I did, that's my point. You don't know half the shit you're saying, but you're just being so nonchalant and informative based upon what you've heard, and you're just pointing out what is, what is, what isn't, what isn't, what is, isn't, up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, deflect.
But why can't you accept Shad, Amy? If you can accept Shadouche, just fine. And she's also an official Sonic female character.
Just because she likes Shadow and Rouge doesn't mean that she has to like Shadow and Amy. That doesn't even make sense.
We are not through with our thoughts about Akai.
Shoot me now, I wish you would.
No. And I get it, but still no.
Kill yourself, intro.
Does her expression there kind of look like Akai is making fun of us?
Yes, because the fictional character knows you personally, so yeah, she's making fun of you.
Okay, Akai, suit yourself.
Whoop, there it is.
I talked about the original nightmare scene that was in her comic before she removed it. But apparently, according to her, she removed it because it was too extreme and it was too sexual.
Well, yeah, for DeviantArt, she's also violating the TOS, but she could have uploaded on Vanity, Ink Bunny, Roll34.
Too sexual? Okay then.
Did you cut out something, Ghosty? Whereas they were talking about probably other websites, literally, and acknowledged it. I noticed something different about this versus what I've seen when I watched it with Sonic93. Literally, you and so many of the accusers have a knack of unincluding things in videos by Sonic93 or anyone that you go after or anyone you spite.
The images that you're using are from her Ink Bunny. Ink Bunny is notorious for porn. Oh my god. I would understand if Akai uploaded those images on DeviantArt, but all of those images are from her Ink Bunny account.
Also, it says in her profile that she doesn't accept faces as gifts, art trays, and requests. What does that even mean?
Well, yeah, that's like somebody giving me a picture of the Mona Lisa except for Sonic's head is drawn over it and it's called original artwork. I'm sorry, but that's not art. That's parody, sure, but it's not art.
You know, Akai, have you heard the quote, "It's the thought that counts"?
If she doesn't want to accept it, she doesn't have to. Sure, it sounds bratty, but it's the truth.
We're gonna obviously continue ranting about what we last left off.
Make it stop. Please.
Hey, Ghosty, I have a sensu bean that would probably cheer you up, you know? Like, let's just go to Master Roshi and we just start hanging out together and training together, and maybe you'll start feeling better. So that way, whenever you see this stuff, you'll be strong enough to become Super Saiyan and withstand this. Okay, that was fucking lame what I said, but hey, this is how I think of you. You are literally a literal who. I come up with literal who jokes because at this point in time, I am. Never mind. No, I'm just gonna say it. I am losing my spirit over this.
I can't go on. I've never hated feathers in Sonic's shoes so much.
Me and Amychan have another part of our personal thoughts Akai Dahlia ran to show you.
Dahlia, 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 Dahlia.
Yeah, you're dillying and dallying. Dilly and dallying. Yeah, you're dilly dally, dilly dally, dilly dally, dilly dally. Yes, that's what you're doing. Ghosty.
Dahlia, 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 Dahlia.
That's why we remove the evidences.
You know you can just say evidence instead of evidences.
It doesn't matter. You sound like you said evidence, like the band or the singer. I forget, but evidence. That's what it sounds like when it came to you. Oh my goodness. Jeez.
Oh my god.
Dark pink and red are different colors.
Yes, we established this because Akai is a red ribbon color.
If you take a look at the edit colors, if you make the red color brighter, you can tell that it's getting more closer to the pink color.
And if you take the I in Akai, and I is also an Illuminati, you get
Yeah, I think I said I had something for you. So here it is. If I didn't say it before, I'm going to call you out on this just as an example. I don't really mean it. It's just me using your logic against you. You said Illuminati. It's Illuminati. You see? I could be picky, but I'm not. I'm just making a point.
Sonic Heroes.
Is that Akai starts with an A, and Amy's names also start with an A. Need I to say more that Akai's more of a rip-off of Amy?
Just because your names start with the same letter doesn't mean you're a complete and total ripoff of somebody else.
It goes beyond that, really. I'm not taking their side. What I'm saying is, when it comes to their perspective, Akai Jane has her character named Akai Dahlia, which is similar to Amy Rose. It's not just the name itself, it's her design, it's the fact that she's based on Amy Rose. There's other things. It's a component of what they're pointing out. You're just nitpicking over one thing.
In fact, if you're trying to rip off Amy's name, a better name would be something along the lines of Sarah Daisy. Or hell, even Delilah Daffodils.
That's not even close, in my opinion.
Something obvious.
Note that this isn't red.
You're right, but that's a shade of red.
Roses are red, Knuckles is red, Amy's dress is red, Sonic's shoes are red, ketchup is red.
Yep.
Strawberries are red, cherries are red, some apples are red, this Kit Kat wrapper is red, this random ball is red.
And loving him was.
Okay. This could have been funny and nice or heartwarming depending on the setup of this video. The setup of this video is everything that I disagree with Sonic93 featuring Ghost.EXE, which is not even a setup to begin with. It's a facade. It's basically a blanket for you not to get found out or told off by people or like Amychan moved on, leave her alone. You used a freaking blanket. So yeah, no. And you might want to get a room.
That's how you're supposed to judge a character, and just generally the inside, not the outside.
What was the point of the Amy and Akai comparison then?
The point of the comparison, their perspective, was to not do basically what their perspective of Akai Jane was doing. What she was doing in their perspective. It's like, oh, Ghosty. They showed off the similarities and stuff, and then you're like, well, what was the point of comparing them if you're like, hey, she shouldn't be doing it? The point is they were showing through their perspective what she was doing, what they're saying, hey, it doesn't work that way. What she's doing, it doesn't work. How do you not see that? You act like a smartass. You do act like a smartass. But at the same time, you are having massive brain farts over this?
Character's outfit compared to Akai's, I think she might be right.
There's this phrase called inspiration, and people tend to forget about that, especially recently. Hell, even in this video.
Now do you see what we're trying to show you, Akai?
Yeah, I keep forgetting that, this is a re-upload and how irrelevant this title is.
Or are you and your little worshippers still going to deny it?
Okay, first they're a cult, then they're an army, now they're a warship fleet. Man, these fans are indecisive.
Especially the Dahlia flower.
There are better things in life than this intro. Like
there are better things in life, yet you waste time with this.
IQ Season 3.
And this is the sixth part of Akai Dahlia Rant series. So let me get this straight. After all this time,
why can't you just wait until she's done saying what she's saying? Like, really, it's like, I know that I saw the video, but it's like, people who watch your video, you're showing their perspective, right? And you're showing your perspective, right? And whatever perspective Akai Jane has through her art, right? Or are you just focusing all on yourself? This is pretty much a narcissistic title right here. Everything that I disagree with, Sonic93, featuring myself. I, myself. I, myself. And then you got this epic rap music going on here.
Yeah. Y'all already know what it is.
No, no.
Sonic93
No.
and Amychan, baby.
Ghosty, no.
They be dropping them rants and laying down them sick beats.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Come on.
No.
What you got now,
So,
girl?
let me get this straight. After all this time,
Yeah.
No.
You've been faking emojis and you've been spreading them lies, but we all know what's behind your disguise.
so let me get this straight. After all this time,
Yeah. And she ain't here to fight, she's just here to debate. So you better get running and get out of the way.
now.
What the actual. Okay. When I see that, Ghosty, going back over here, I don't even. I'm kind of staggering a bit. Okay. I see this. You're just a gangsta-licious literal who wanted to be included, but had to make your ticket count, you know? You wanted to go all bling bling, but you didn't know how to make a first impression, so you gotta go all like hardcore with the quote unquote roast, make an interest for your fans, and then you draw this design of you right here, and you draw Sonic93 and Amy here because you just wanted to be in between. Like what? You wanted to be included? You had to do all this to be included, and you had to re-upload this for who now? Oh my goodness! Like, dilly dally, dilly dally, dilly dally, dilly dally, ghosty, 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 exe, exe. It's my boy Ghosty in the town, in the house, talking about Sonic93. Okay, no, no, I ain't going any further with that. Just can't. I can't. What am I? Okay. I admit that I suck at things, but this sucks even more. All right, moving on.
So you better get running and get out of the way.
Now, a unique picture.
Yuri, you mean Yuri?
It doesn't fucking matter. She still said Yuri, even though the way she said it was Yuri. I understand what she says. I understand what you said, but you didn't say it right. You didn't say it right. What's gonna happen if she didn't say it exactly how other people may say it over here who don't even exactly say it like you and me, Ghosty?
It's not hard to say Yuri, come on.
Called SS2 Sonic of the Yuri pairing Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie.
Alright, I'll let you butcher the name of Yuri because I'm a Yahweh fan, but I will not, and I repeat, not let you butcher the great name of Sonic 2.
Oh, you said Sonic, right? It's Sonic. Sonic. Not Sonic. Not Sonic. I know you said it the way you said it, and it was done on purpose. Even though I'm making fun of you by saying you said it wrong when it doesn't matter to me, I'm making a point with your logic. Why the fuck does it matter? Do you ever criticize? Okay, let me ask you something, Ghost.EXE. I mean, it doesn't even fucking matter because you see, you don't, you don't. You ever play Smash Brothers? You ever play games where there are characters who have Japanese voice actors, but they're English speaking or they're using English? You ever criticize them? You ever criticize Terry Bogard for how he is portrayed in Smash Brothers Ultimate, where he has only a Japanese voice actor, and he's like, okay, not okay. He's like, okay, and then he's like, power wave, not power wave. And he's like, bingo, not bingo, when he does his attacks. Like, oh my goodness. And he's like, are you okay? He's not like, are you okay? And when it comes to Captain Falcon, I have to do it. Falcon Punch! Okay, not Falcon Punch, right? You see my point. You don't criticize Vegeta's voice actor, who also voiced Captain Falcon in the Smash games, but you can criticize somebody like Sonic93 selectively because why?
Why drawing a Yuri picture?
Yuri, you mean Yuri,
Doesn't make
Y-U-R-I.
But you don't act anything like your age.
Again, age does not determine your maturity, you do.
So, Akai fans, what your precious queen is.
Once again, I will have you know that Akai is a princess, not a queen.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. My princess is called a queen. She's not a queen yet. She didn't even get promoted. She didn't get promoted. She's not worthy of being a queen yet. So what's wrong with you people? My queen is not a queen. She's a princess, and you all should know it. She doesn't deserve that honor yet. You take things so damn literal.
Part 7 is gonna show up very soon, and it will be the last part.
Oh, thank God. I made it this far, I can keep going.
Can you?
This is the last part of Akai Dahlia Rant series.
Finally.
You poor soul. You made it this far, clamoring for your freaking soul. I'm so sorry, Ghosty, that you had to go through this. You wasted your fucking time doing this video just for everybody to see how you feel. How you feel. How feel. How you feel. You feel. You feel. Pew. How Ghosty feels. Feels. Ding. Stop it.
They said I was crazy to do this.
Why is in a
You are.
Yuri picture of her fan character?
Y is for you who cannot pronounce the word. U is for you and Amychan. R is for repetitively repeating everything. And I is for insanity.
Try this for yourself. And I is for I shouldn't care. But you do.
Remember in her Sanai comic when Sonic proposed to her way too quickly? Guess what they said in the comments? Say yes, Akai.
Bitch, better say yes to that dress. Do you know how long we've been waiting for this ship to sell? Oh my God, ages.
I've seen that she has changed. In my eyes, remember?
I think this person means that in their point of view, Akai has changed.
They do. You felt the need. If you were correcting Amychan over this, what was the need? She was reading it. Captain Obvious much?
Ruth called Akai's character ugly.
Wait. Her
Back it up. Just freaking whole roller coaster fest.
I think this person means that in their point of view, Akai has changed.
Ruth called Akai's character ugly.
Wait. Her name is Ruth?
Oh my goodness. I have discovered the name of Sonic93, and I have to tell the whole world. I have to make it known. Ruth is the true holy grail of this video, and you must know it. She is more important than the giant boulder that follows Indiana Jones. She is more important than TIE fighters put together. She is more important than May the 4th be with you. But for some reason, I am nothing but a ghost in this panel right here, just trying to embrace the moment. Whereas her name stuck out. Sonic93 has a name that is more simple than Sonic93. It is Ruth. Oh my goodness. Whatever.
You must be an artiste, because you have made this love sick. Ruth!
And this person here is just a typical white knight. Before you white knights, no thanks.
Really? I mean, that joke, Ghosty, it could get real old. And it's like, really, you're poking fun. This is irrelevant to your title. It really is. Also, it's irrelevant, completely irrelevant, and conflicts with you being called a maybe victim of Sonic93. I get that's why they said maybe, but still, you didn't seem to clarify or even touch bases with people using that freaking list.
I'd rather not be a worshipper like you people are. We have seen someone who even said that Akai should go commit suicide.
That right there is really messed up for anybody. If anybody was to wish harm on you, Ghosty, especially, that's disgusting. The fact that the matter they did that on Akai Jane, whatever, that's bad. People are threatened on Sonic93. If they actually threatened Amychan as well, neither of them deserve that. But again, this video, it opens old wounds. Hypothetically speaking, it could get so bad, and you would be to blame for it because you are going against Amychan's wishes of uploading a video that features her. It doesn't matter if you're trying to quote unquote focus on Sonic93. You're lying to your viewers. You're lying, period. It has Sonic93, Akai Jane, and Amychan in this.
So let me ask you something. In any of the rants that we have done on her, did we ever say stuff like that?
No, you guys totally never said anything like that in your entire series.
Yeah, the thing is, though, even if you're being honest, Ghosty, with yourself by saying, oh no, you never said that, you sound so sarcastic. Yeah, you do.
Okay, Akai, suit yourself.
I draw what comes from my heart and soul.
Wait, hold the phone. Hold the phone, Ghosty. I found something.
You guys totally never said anything like that in your entire series.
Okay, Akai, suit yourself.
If you're making fun of how Sonic93 said suit yourself, you are literally okay, Ghosty. You know people probably did it already. They could have used this wrongfully so against Sonic93, and it would count as slander because it sounds like she's saying it because of how she pronounces suit. With the way you got this video, especially in your quality. So you're making it sound like, oh, she actually did tell Akai to do this to herself. So that's what I was picking up before. You trying to make it sound like Sonic93 was telling Akai to out herself. That's not funny. That's not funny at all. You did it on purpose. She said suit yourself, and you know that. But you're going to sit there and make it look like that, oh, for people to leave it up to interpretation, and you are a fucking coward. Why do you even have this video up again? You're opening old wounds, not just for Sonic93, for Amychan and Akai Jane as well.
I draw what comes from my heart and soul. So necessary to come and once again defend this 23-year-old woman.
We're not members of the Vinyl anymore. Well, people, that was it. The final part of our Akai Dahlia rant series.
Oh, thank you, sweet baby Jesus.
The first thing I'm just gonna say is that we won't make any more rants about her.
Ghost.EXE, you're a fucking fraud, a coward, and you're a jerk. You're a massive jerk. You're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of your own shadow. You are afraid to even clarify things because you already know you're in trouble. Really. Yeah, you freaking know. That's not a threat. That's me saying you're in trouble because you just slandered her and made it sound like, oh, she was threatening Akai Jane. Oh my goodness. Opening up old wounds. Wow. Oh, you make it sound like, oh, she said shoot yourself to Akai Jane because her English is different, and you had to have it so that it can interpret as such. She didn't say shoot yourself. I heard her, but you were trying to make it so damn subtle with that oop, there it is comment. You're not fooling anybody, Smuck. Somebody like you who claims to be a fucking victim, if you ever do, don't ever fucking make a video like this again. I'm pretty sure what you showed in your freaking description is you just trying to create a premise for yourself. Honestly, you're just I just said you were a literal who, like, how, yeah. You I can't talk because you accusers are phenomenally ill in such a bad way. You cater to fan service. You freaking do. Honestly, I have I have a name for that. Ghosty. You have Sonic93 itis. You and every accuser who goes around purposely slandering. Because it's pathetic and terrible. There's already a freaking multiverse of Sonic93s made by you all because you have nothing better to do in life, supposedly. Instead, you're like, Sonic93, Sonic93. I have to talk about her. I have to talk about it, dude. It's getting to me. The rage. The rage. No, it's the fame. It's just the fame. The hate is not real. Ghost.EXE. You talk about how Sonic93. Well, I don't even know if it was you. There are other people that are like, oh, she needs to go get help. You all need to go get a reality check. They come for free. Also, Ghosty, I don't know if you heard of the Big Three Box Network, but recently they made an apology video towards me and as well as Sonic93. And I gotta tell you, he was able to step forward, unlike you and a whole bunch of folks. Leave him the fuck alone. Don't bring him into this. I didn't bring him into this. He's in this list. Someone added him to the list. I didn't do it. I'm pointing it out. Because a lot of you like to be so secretive and not talk about this crap. Like it never happened, but then you keep reminding us it did happen. Because my thing is, why is it okay for you to remind us? Why? Why is it so damn okay for you to remind us of the Sonic93 drama? It's like, oh, you don't have to watch, but you have it up there because you want people to watch. You care. You do care what people think about you. You are a fucking fraud. Having a video up there and making it sound like, oh, Sonic93 said to Akai Jane, shoot yourself. Oh, it sounds like that. You are leaving it up for people to really interpret it that way. You are. You kept making fun of her grammar. You, again, are a fucking coward. You are heartless. Yes, you fucking are. Because if you weren't heartless, you wouldn't have the video up. And my thing is, Ghosty, I'm a victim. I'm a victim of sexual assault. Compared to whatever you're going through, I don't do this shit. I have made mistakes. I've wronged people. I didn't feel good about it. At least I can apologize compared to you. And another thing, what I take offense from is that if you are a victim of anything, Ghosty, you're not giving yourself a chance to reach out to us, to move on from this, but rather you're making excuses to stay in it. No matter how many of us are saying, hey, leave her alone, leave us alone. If she did this to you, then this is not the way to go. Don't stoop low. No. You gotta do it. You gotta roll with it. You gotta feed your fucking ego. Well, guess what? I have something to say to you. That you probably remember Pokemon Coliseum. I don't care. But this song is for you. This little bit. Who will save her ignorance? Gotta save her all. You can save her ignorance. Gotta save her all. Your ignorance and your horse shit is so great. I honestly am disappointed in you and every fucking hater. That's not even really a hater, but someone who wants to cater to the fan service. If this was your fucking life, right here, Ghosty, what would you do? If people were actually spreading hate about you, if this was in Sonic93 and this was you in her place, if this were you, I don't care that it's not you, if it were you, what would you have done? You want people to care, right? I would actually, hands down, defend you, Ghosty, if someone came and kept threatening you and stuff. I would, because no one deserves that. But oh, Sonic93 deserves it, or hey, it's her. Hey, she fits that role. No, she didn't. She never did it. But she did it to herself. No, she didn't. Even if she did, you don't let it happen. Ghost.EXE, do me a favor, do everybody a favor. Leave Sonic93, Akai Jane, anybody involved in the situation alone. You're a liar. You're a coward. I already established that. Honestly, don't ever fucking call yourself a victim of Sonic93 if you already did. You've been exposed. And for good reason. That's the way you want to, that's the way you haters want to roll. That's the truth about you. You all do the same thing. And you can't help yourselves. You act like you can. You can, but you choose not to. And you're afraid to because you want the results to go the way you want them to go. Well, too bad. Welcome to fucking reality. Muskin adversary out.